peeps, happy new year! Welcome to 2022 in the sewing room. I have an amazing pile of things around me to show you. I'm not really sure what today's video is going to be. I was thinking, like, you know, just a back to regular everyday scheduled vlogging, waffling, what I got for Christmas, and I also really excitingly get to say that this portion of the video is a paid for advertorial with Lilysilk. I cannot believe that I get to say that. So yeah, I think the first things I'm going to show you are the lovely pieces that the people at Lilysilk have sent me for a review and to let you guys know about. Lilysilk is a company I've known about for quite a while now. There's a few of the different fashion bloggers that I follow, and I saw them and I just thought that sounds like a really good idea, because as much as I love sewing prints. All of the prints. There's very few plain fabrics in my stash, and I've come to realise over the last year especially, where I made a whole bunch of very basic t-shirts in plain colours, that I just don't enjoy that side of sewing. I don't want to make those kinds of things. I want to make the dresses with the big skirts and the leafy prints. So when Lilysilk got in contact with me and said, would you like to pick a few things from the website to have a look at and review and let us know what you think about and to tell your audience about, I was just like, yes I would. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you about is what I'm wearing. It is the pure cashmere turtleneck sweater. I have never owned anything cashmere before, not even cashmere content, and this is 100% pure cashmere. It's £89 and it comes in 5 colours. This is carmine. They've got honey, let me get the names right, a honey mustard, carmine, black, white and brown camel, which is kind of a warm grey colour, and I love them all. As I say, it's £89 and that is an amazing price for a pure cashmere jumper. I've got the size medium on. Their size guide is brilliant because you can put in your measurements. It will tell you which size you should go for in that particular piece. So for the dresses, for example, I'm a size large because of my hips, but the tops I came out as a size medium. I could possibly have gone down a size for a snugger fit than this, but I really like this, and as you'll see from the cutaways, because I have been styling this with lots of different things, it actually goes really well under some of my dresses as well, which is something that I wanted. As I've mentioned, I just don't like sewing these kinds of basic items, and yes, this is a basic turtleneck jumper with the added luxury touch because 100% cashmere. I think that's something that I am going to be investing in my wardrobe going forward. I like these kinds of things. I don't like making, I mean, I can't make this. This is knitted and absolutely beautiful. So I would never have been able to actually make this, but the closest I would be able to come is the Paola turtleneck, which I have made last year and I do like, but it's just not the most exciting thing to sew. It's one of those things that's just like, it doesn't take very long, but it's not super exciting, but it is a piece that would work really hard in my wardrobe. So when I saw this, I was just like, I know I have skirts and shirt dresses and trousers that would go with this, and I've only styled it with a few things from my wardrobe that will go with loads more things. I love it. I've been wearing it all day as well, and I haven't had the itch factor at all, and that's something that I really struggle with knitwear, as you guys know. Whenever mum makes me anything, it's always from acrylic yarn, because anything with any kind of natural fibre in it tends to make my skin crawl, but this, I've had it next to my skin all day. I have a slip-on underneath this. It's been totally fine. If you wanted more warmth though, they do some silk jersey t-shirts. So you could put a silk jersey t-shirt underneath and then put this on and then put the dress on, or the cardigan, or the, yeah, so you could definitely get the layered warmth. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. This goes so well with Savannah. It picks out the hummingbird wings in the Savannah print. It goes really well with my 8577 and then the 9345 that I've made as well. I wanted to see what that would be like wearing that dress on top of this, and because of the big sleeves, it didn't feel bulky at all, but it was that extra layer of warmth, so I definitely could wear that out in the coldest months with all of those layers on and still feel stylish and put together, but warm as well. So yeah, this is just beautiful. One of the other things that they sent me for a review was this silk pillowcase. They actually sent me 2, which is amazing. One of them is currently on my bed, and this one, I did sleep on it last night, so I've just brought it down to show you. This is my Lilysilk pillowcase in the dark teal. I have it on a Temper memory foam pillow. I slept on these last night and oh my goodness, it was gorgeous. I just love the colour with my headboard. So beautiful. Here you can just see them peeking out once the bed is made, and it's just such a beautiful colour. I mean, we know that I love this colour. It's the company colour, but oh, love it. Oh my goodness. I mean, the colour to start with, hello, deep teal. It comes in 15 colours, 3 of which, so 12 colours and 3 prints, which, I mean, you should be able to find something you like in that range. This is just lovely. I have been hearing the benefits of sleeping on silk pillowcases for a very long time, and I've just never treated myself to one, and I don't know why. This is £31, which is a really, really good price. Could I make this pillowcase myself? Yes, totally, of course I could. But would I be able to find this colour silk at that price point? I don't think so. This is a really, really high quality silk. As I mentioned, I discovered Lilysilk through a couple of the fashion vloggers that I follow, and I went to the website, and one of the first things that I found was their about section. They state that the clothing industry is the second largest polluter in the world. It is, and they have decided as a company to be as eco-friendly as possible, which is something that I absolutely love. So silk actually takes less water to produce than cotton does, which is amazing. They also have a zero waste ethos, which is brilliant. All of the clothing that they make, any of the scraps go into making the hair scrunchies, the sleep masks, pillowcases, beddings, things like that. They also do lingerie. The range that they have is amazing. So one of the reasons that I've wanted to try a silk pillowcase is because I've heard it's really, really good for your hair. Now, as you can see, I have frizzy hair. Let's just say that. I mean, this is me washing it and having it naturally dry today, and it is frizzy, and it always has been. I do have quite a bit of curl in my hair, but I don't have enough curl that I put the effort into making it curly, but it's curly enough that if I don't look after it really, really well, it gets very, very frizzy. So one of the nice things about a silk pillowcase is that it is really, really good for that type of hair. So this is a 400 count charmeuse silk. It's made from 100% 6A grade mulberry silk, and it's skin friendly and breathable. I've just never taken the plunge, and I'm not sure why. This thing is glorious. I think one of the things that I was worried about is that they weren't going to be machine washable, and I didn't want to have to dry clean pillowcases because that just seemed, you know, over the top ridiculous. But these are machine washable. You do have to put it through on a silk cycle on lukewarm water, so 30 degrees centigrade, and try and spin it as little as possible and let it line dry. Obviously don't tumble dry this, but yeah, it is machine washable, which is one of the reasons that I hadn't kind of indulged and treated myself. But yeah, these are absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and they come in the most gorgeous packaging as well. So I think these would make a really, really good present for somebody. I already have somebody in mind that I want to get one for, because I know she won't treat herself to one, but I think that it's going to be something that she absolutely loves. So, and just look how it arrives, so pretty. As I say, 12 colours and 3 patterns to choose from, so there will definitely be something that you like. But oh my goodness, this is absolutely glorious, glorious. And then the final thing that they sent me to look at is this silk vest, which has got a little bit of glitter in it, so my inner magpie is really, really happy. I tried styling this up in a couple of ways, and I really love it with the skirt and jumper combo. I was channeling my inner Chandler with my sweater vest look for the dress, and I kind of think it works. I think it kind of works. It's something that I'm not very used to seeing on myself, because usually everything kind of crops at the waist, but I think I really like it over that shirt dress. But it also, I could very easily wear this underneath that shirt dress as another added layer of warmth. I could wear it under this jumper as well if I wanted that added layer of warmth. This is 85% silk and 15% of the metallic fibre, which gives it that lovely, lovely sparkle. Comes in the black and also in beige. When they asked me to pick a few things, it was like, I want some luxury basics, and that's what these are, totally luxury basics. And I think that this sort of thing is really worth investing in to kind of round out your wardrobe, because as I say, there is absolutely no chance that I could make either of these things. Both of these are knitted, the finish on these are beautiful. I could buy silk jersey and make something like this vest, but it wouldn't be as refined or as pretty as this vest, because I just don't have the machines here that I would need to finish it off the way that it has been done. I totally could make this silk pillowcase. I totally could, but I don't think I could make this silk pillowcase in this quality of silk for the same price point that it's available to buy. And I haven't seen this colour silk in this particular, and also, you know, silk is an absolute pain to work with, and this is beautifully made, absolutely beautifully made. So I yeah, I'm always inspecting the insides of things. I'm fully intending to get myself a few more basics from Lilysilk. I do think I want to get every colour of this jumper that they do. They have some silk t-shirts as well. The actual silk shirts and dresses and slips and camisoles and loungewear and lingerie and bedding, and just it's a whole rabbit hole, and I've totally fallen down it. To me, these are perfect additions to my handmade wardrobe because I cannot make these kinds of things at home, and even if I could, I don't enjoy making these kinds of things. I want to make the fancy dresses and the, you know, loud colours and all the bright prints and things like that, but I love having this kind of thing to wear it with. I've got it on with my Savannah skirt. It also, this colour goes perfectly with the mulberry cobra corsage, and I'm actually thinking it's going to go with a couple of the other cobra corsage prints that I have as well, because the snakes and the flowers have this colour in it, so it's going to pair in really well with those. So yeah, I'm very excited, and it's just so lovely. It's just been so nice wearing cashmere all day, like 100% cashmere. So yeah, very pleased with this, and thank you so much to Lilysilk for reaching out to me and asking me to have a look at some of their products in real life and let you guys know about them as well. Oh, just to let you know as well, so all of the products arrived beautifully packaged. This was the packaging for the jumper that I'm wearing. This was the packaging for the vest. This is the packaging for the little pillowcases. So again, these would make amazing presents because they arrive so beautifully presented. And the other thing which I really liked was that this jumper came with a small amount of yarn. So if the worst happens, you end up with a little hole, then you have the exact correct colour yarn to darn the hole with, which I thought was a genius move. Because you know, whenever you get a shirt, you always get extra spare buttons. This is brilliant. I love this. I like that they've thought of those kind of things. So if you fancy treating yourself to some luxury basics like I'm going to be, then I have a discount code for you, and it's going to be on screen and also in the description box down below. So use sewing12 for 12% off Lilysilk, and they also have a reward system. They have lots of different discounts. They have lots of different offers on as well. Enjoy having a look through the website because my wish list is already very long. So I got back to the island yesterday and I had a huge pile of things waiting for me when I got home, which was so exciting. That was one of the parcels, the Lilysilk parcel, and like immediately like unwrapped everything, tried it all on, was just like, Mum is so jealous. She's buying herself, I think, this exact colour and the honey mustard one as well. I also had some of the things that I ordered in some of the sales that happened to happen. Some of the sales that went on after Christmas. Oh, first off, thank you so much for the response on the 7974 size comparison video. So many of the comments are saying the same thing, and so many of the comments are also saying that you guys just don't use Big 4 anymore because of those reasons. I did tag both the UK and American Instagram accounts in the Instagram post that I put up, and I have had a response from the UK brand ambassador. I haven't actually got to speak to her in person yet, or like as a proper back and forth. We've just kind of been exchanging a couple of messages trying to work something out, but there was some response from them, so that's good. But yeah, it was kind of, when I was filming that footage, it was kind of interesting watching it back because the dress doesn't look awful, but it also, when it's next to the dress that I think looks better, the difference is really kind of obvious. But so many of you guys were recommending Nancy Ziemann's Pattern Fitting with Confidence book, so I bought myself a copy of this. I think this is a really good resource to have, and the book itself is really well written and really clear instructions and illustrations and things like that. So I highly recommend this if you are looking for pattern fitting advice. My problem is that I don't think you should have to buy a separate book, and I mean, this was 15 or 16 pounds from Amazon, which is not that bad, and once you've bought it you've got it forever, but I don't think you should have to buy a separate book to make those patterns work for you. I was getting a few people kind of commenting that you should do it by your shoulder measurement. Of course it's your upper bust measurement, of course it's this, of course it's that. Again, it was a lot of assumed knowledge, and I mean, somebody was saying like, of course it's your upper bust measurement. That's the first time that I'd heard about that, and I've been sewing now for 9 years, properly for 9 years, and that's the first time I'd heard about it being, you know, picking your pattern via your upper bust measurement. And it just, again, it doesn't help with the random amount of ease. And then, you know, people were commenting that the amount of ease, it's easier to take things in than it is to let them out. Obviously, you can't just create fabric where there is none. It's much easier to take things in. But again, I just think that the information should be there for us to make an informed decision on the back of the packet before you buy the thing. But yes, again, as I say, I have been in contact with the UK brand ambassador for Simplicity, so fingers crossed I get to talk to somebody, fingers crossed they can explain why they do it the way that they do, but I will keep you guys updated. But yes, in the meantime, thank you for this recommendation. I have bought this book, and having read it, not cover to cover and like properly in depth, but whilst I was up in London, having, you know, flicked through and looked at it, it is a really good book. So if you are looking for pattern fitting guides, this is one that has been highly recommended to me, and I have enjoyed what I've seen of it so far. I also put up my Make 9 video, which you guys were very enthused about, and I have gone for all of the deer and doe patterns. I have the first one that I should be using up for a vote currently on Patreon, and the magnolia is way out in front, which is kind of good and scary at the same time, because I know which fabric I'm going to be using to make the magnolia. Yes, this one here that's Alexandra sent me from Australia, and that's not going to go until that's not going to be something that the one that bleh. And that fabric is getting included in with the lemon print collection, which is going to be sort of like late spring early summer collection. I think I'm going to have to make the magnolia in something else ahead of time. I mean, I knew I was going to have to make a toile of it, but I'm not going to toile it with some Cobra Corsage fabric because that would be crazy. So I'm going to have to find some other fabric to toile it in to see how it looks. I might actually do it in calico and just toile the body, because I know I'm going to like the skirt and I know I want to make the sleeves bigger. So I might just actually do a proper toile and make it in calico, and then make it up in one of the Cobra Corsage fabrics. I've kind of decided with the mulberry Cobra Corsage as well, I want to make the Bruyere shirt out of it, because I've got that leather look legging fabric. This is from my January plans video. The mulberry Cobra Corsage goes so well with that leather. It's this kind of colour, it's going to go really well with this as well. So I was thinking that it would be good to have it in to do a shirt and dress out of that, and I have 5 meters, so I should be able to. Anyway, that really rambly segue, well, it wasn't really a segue, I just went off at a tangent, wasn't it? But it was to say that I bought myself the last 2 deer and doe patterns that I didn't have that I wanted. There are still a few that I don't own. The collector in me wants to complete the set and buy all of the deer and doe patterns, but they aren't cheap, and I've bought the ones now, all of the ones that I know I want to sew. So I've got the Narcisse pants, which is, I would imagine, Narcissus. Oh, the flower Narcissus, because yes, it turns out that they are actually named after flowers or plants, as somebody said, botany, plants and flowers. And then this is the Open Peen. I can't pronounce that at all. Let's have a look and see what flower that is, because I don't know off the top of my head. I know the Narcisse is a Narcissa, which is a mini type of daffodil, and again, I'm not a botanist, so if I'm getting that wrong, I'm sorry. Google Translate also let me down. On D does indeed in fact mean wave, but on D, the way it's written with the double E with the little flick over one of the E's, actually means shower, as in light shower of rain, because it's part of the meteorology collection. So whilst on D does mean wave, not the way that the pattern is written, that actually means light shower of rain. So I did get that one wrong, but let's have a look. So A-U-B-E-P-I-N-E. Oh, hawthorn, the hawthorn. Oh, that's lovely. I like hawthorn flowers. So this one is a little bit out of my comfort zone because it is kind of empire line rather than at the waist. But having made that 8167 in this colour, I kind of wanted to give it a try, and I do think I can drop the waist on this and put the drawstring at my actual waist, which I think will make me like this more, or add another drawstring so that there's 2, or do something with the waistline just to make it a little bit more me, maybe even just wear a belt. But I really liked all the pin tuck details on this one, and so many of you guys were recommending the Narcisse pants. I'm just going to double check. I'm pretty sure it's a Narcissus. That would make sense, but let's double check. Yeah, Narcissus, the Greek god who fell in love with his own face, and didn't he end up drowning in a pool because he saw there was a bronze shield in the bottom of the pool, and he just, did he drown, or did he just like waste away from looking at his own sheer loveliness? But yeah, Narcissus, they're my last 2 deer and doe patterns that I am going to buy for myself until they release their next launch, because there apparently will be some coming out this year, which is exciting. Then came home to this, which was very exciting. I'm going to finally unwrap it now as well. Again, if you haven't seen my January plans, you will know. You won't know, because if you haven't seen it, then how would you know? But my January plans are the Cobra Corsage collection, and I've got myself some of the teal on the viscose base. So I bought 20 meters of it, 5 meters for me, 5 meters is for Big Bird, so I need to get that cut off and sent to her, and that's her joint birthday Christmas present from Mum and I. Diana has ordered 3 meters of this, and that's off to the Netherlands, and so there are 7 meters of this left up for sale in the shop. If you would like any, all you have to do is follow the link that's in the description box down below. And it's another one where they've made the Bugs and Snakes purple. Battery ran out. It is just absolutely glorious, and to be honest, if you guys don't end up taking that last 7 meters off my hands, it's not going to be the end of the world, because I will make that up for myself. So please take pity on me, or actually maybe don't, maybe let me keep it all. But if you would like it, it is going to be listed in the description down below. It is gorgeous. And then Wilson also got me Cobra Corsage for Christmas, as I mentioned that he was going to. So this is the cotton lawn, and this is the viscose. I have 5 meters of this one, 4 meters of this one. You guys might think I'm totally mad. Oh, it goes really well with this colour as well, doesn't it? So I'm going to be making a shirt dress out of the cotton lawn, and I think I'm going to be doing the 7537 tiered and gathered skirt one with this one, because I was going to be doing that with the mulberry colourway, but I think I want to make the mulberry colourway a shirt and a dress as well. Probably going to end up buying more, because I really want the Bruyere shirt out of it. I think it's going to look amazing. So I think I'm going to do the 7537 in this one, and then, as I say, shirt dress in this one. And this is going to be a sleeveless shirt dress, so it's going to look really nice over the top of this jumper as well, so it's going to work really well with my wardrobe. I brought these all down to show you, but I've got to take them all the way back up as well to now put them in the wash. But that was my Christmas present from Wilson. He also got me some Hotel Chocolat Black Forest hot chocolates. He bought a laser pointer for Chi, which was so sweet of him, and then another deck of cards, because we've kind of gotten into a tradition of him buying me a deck of cards, different types, every year. So I've got some amazing Star Wars ones and Avengers ones, and yeah, I've got another deck of cards this time as well, which is really sweet of him. And then this has totally turned into a what I got for Christmas, isn't it? Then Sherwood's were having a sale, 50% off their remnants, so I got some remnants. Now I've got the receipt over here so that I can try and get the right names for you and what I got. This first one, I got 3 meters of the Old Gold Floral Renaissance. So it is a corduroy, and it has a really beautiful sheen to it. Really beautiful sheen. So this one, I was thinking I want to make something like the 9345, but I'm going to take off the collar, just make it a straight v-neck like the 8577. I don't want to do the 8577 because there's gathering in that, and obviously this would not gather very well. It is a very fine needle cord, but I don't think it would gather well. I'm going to fully line it, and then I'll use that as a dress to be worn over jumpers like this. And this colour would go really well with the honey mustard colour, and also the white colour from Lilysilk. I can see I'm going to end up with every single colour from that jumper. I mean, £90 for a cashmere jumper is such a good price. So yeah, I got 3 meters of this. I'm hoping I might have enough to do a waistcoat as well, because I think that would look really cool. Kind of very Hobbit-esque. I'm kind of gotten into the Hobbit-esque type thing. They had that, and that was one that I've seen for ages, and I've just never quite gotten around to actually purchasing it because I couldn't work out what I'd do with it. But I finally figured it out, and the colours in there are going to work really well with some of the colours that I have been doing for the Savannah collection as well, so that's great. This is the Lady McElroy Lotus lining. It is a mix of viscose and acetate, so it's 100% plant-based fibres. Acetate is a plant cellulose type thing. I love this lining. They had 3.4 meters of this, half price, so I snapped it up because I mean I think it's either £7 or £8 per meter anyway. I have this is called Cornish Cream, and I have the slate grey one as well, but I would like a lot of the other colours, but these two basically do everything that I want them to. But it is a fabulous lining, and I use it for lots and lots of things, and it's really good and slippery enough for the sleeve lining of coats as well. So I got 3.4 meters of that. Then They had, let's see, I think I've got 0.6 meters here. Let's have a look. So this is the Brielle wool, which I have quite a lot of back there, but they had a 0.6 meter remnant and it was £6.75. Then it was half price. I think I can get my waistcoat out of this. This is going straight into the stash because this is a dry clean only fabric. It's a wool polyamide blend. I have 2 cuts of it, 2.5 meters and 2.8 meters of it back there, and I want to try and make a 3-piece suit. So a full skirt, a waistcoat and a pair of trousers, and I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough. But then I saw this and I was just like, you know what, I think I can get a waistcoat out of that, or if most of a waistcoat out of that. So I think that's going to help. I might even be able to squeeze out a jacket. We shall see. But yeah, so 0.6 meters of that. They do have another one of these in stock. It's not half price at the moment, but I'm not ruling out going back and getting it. But there is another one of those in stock because I was just thinking, ooh, maybe I should get it, but never mind. I have quite a lot now. Then I also went for, they had a 3 meter remnant of the Kossel cedar green denim, and this is what I made my Sorrento jacket and the skirt, the 9357. 1743 now. I made that skirt out of it. This is what it looks like pre-washed. So the marbling effect that I accidentally achieved. So I decided that I wanted to pick this up because I really, it's got some stretch in it as well. I really like this colour. I liked working with it a lot, and I was thinking that I could make a pair of trousers and possibly a waistcoat so that I would have trousers to go with my little denim jacket. So maybe possibly the Lander pants. But yeah, I saw this and I was just like, I need to get that. And then the final piece is called Lady McElroy Rubicon Stripe Remnant, and I have 2 meters of this, and this is a viscose stripe, and I just love this. It was really 70s, and I want to make a Paula t-shirt with it so that it's very similar to what I'm wearing now and can be worn with, like, you know, it's gonna look really 70s. It's gonna look really 70s, but I'm really excited about it. So yeah, that was my Christmas sale shopping. I think I did really well. So as I also mentioned in my January plans video, I have got 4 dresses cut out: the 9076, 9345, 9328 and 9327. So those are what are going to be what I sew up first. Then I'm going to work on the Cobra Corsage collection next. I have no idea how much of that I'm going to get done in January, but I'm hoping a fair amount. I'm just excited to be back in the sewing room. I'm really looking forward to it. Mum and Dad had a lovely Christmas. They had their friend over for Christmas Day. Mum knit Susie a jumper which she was wearing. Mum went out for a walk this morning and I went to pick her up because the seafront down to the seafront is like this, so walking down it's fine, walking back up it is not good for little dog legs or for mum legs either. So I went and picked them up and she had her little jumper on, so I filmed a little bit of footage just to show you that because oh, so cute.
Zeus. Oh, no, hi, hello. Would you like to sit down? Sit. Good girl. Did Mum knit you a jumper? Did Mum knit you a very beautiful jumper for your Christmas present? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Are you going back to... You've had enough. You going back to your other little hidey hole back there? No? Okay.
So cute. She actually quite enjoys wearing it as well. When I went to take it off of her, she kind of looked at me and it was like, oh, sorry, are you not warm enough? Would you like some warmth back? But yeah, Mum's been knitting the dog jumpers, which I think is adorable. I had a really nice Christmas day as well. Wilson and I had the day at home. It was just the 2 of us. I cooked Christmas lunch, we played games. I bought him Guardians of the Galaxy for Christmas, and I also bought him Exploding Kittens, which is a card game that we've been playing for a while as well. So we had a lovely day. It was absolutely wonderful. Very chilled. Right, I am going to get some of this fabric put away. Well, I'm going to get the wool put away. I'm going to get the other fabrics into the wash so that they can start getting ready to then be put away into the stash. Then I'm going to turn the room back into sewing configuration and have a look at the 9076. I am so excited about that dress. So yeah, it's so nice to be back. I know I've just waffled at you for like half an hour. I've missed you guys. So I'm gonna get all that done and I will pick back up in a little bit and let you know how I'm getting on. All tidied. Well, sort of. Now I've got to do the fabric. And that's the fabric done. So as I say, there's 7 meters of that left in the shop if anybody would like it, although if it disappears then that's because I've decided to keep it all for myself. No, must not, must behave. Right, okay, so I have done all the putting away, I have done the fabric cutting, now I can get my sewing desk back out. So I'm going to put you in a different location and let's get that done. Hello my friend. Oh, it's so nice to be back in here. After all that, I'm not sure I've got the energy for actually sewing today, but I've missed you. Do you guys remember the advent calendar I got for Mum last year? It was the Lisa Chandler, and I actually got her 2 of these cushion things to do. She's actually done one, although she has used all the other fabric. Oh, it's not down here anymore. It's upstairs because it's... Ah, no, there it is. She used the other fabric to make a bag. So there's only going to be one of these cushions, but yeah, look how beautiful. It's all hand sewn as well. It's all English paper piecing, so she's sewing it to the backing by hand, and then it gets to get quilted, and then it gets turned into a cushion. Actually, I feel like I've had a really productive day. I have been running errands all morning. I went and had my eyelashes done because I was looking very Yzma-esque as well, so had those done. My voice does sound a little bit croaky. The cold that I had, and it is a cold, we've done all the tests. The cold that Dad had and that I was like, oh yeah, I've mildly got this. The minute I got to London, it turned into, and now you've relaxed, so we shall fully take over your body. And it's gone into bronchitis, but that's not unusual. I get bronchitis pretty much every time I get a cold, so one of those things. I don't feel too bad now, which is nice. I just sound a little bit croaky, so yeah. And I promise I've done all the tests, it's not the other thing, it is bronchitis. So it's just one of those kind of grin and bear it kind of things, but it's 5 o'clock, it's got really dark. I mean, I know the days are getting lighter, but it's really dark outside, so that's kind of a bit depressing. So I have a lot of editing to do this evening. Yeah, and now that I've got the sewing room back into sewing configuration, and I'm thinking that I'm actually not going to start sewing this evening because it's going to be the 9076 I'm going to work on next. I am going to take the instructions and read those again, because from what I remember, they've done really stupid things on the inside, and I'm going to want to change quite a lot of things. So I think, because it's a new to me dress as well, I don't want to just power ahead and get things wrong. So I'm going to take the instructions up to my room and read them and chill out with Chiana this evening. I am going to get some editing done as well for this video. It's just so nice to be back and talking to you guys. I have missed you. So yeah, going to get that done. And that's, yeah, pretty much been my day. Lots of behind the scenes stuff getting done, lots of lovely goodies to show you, lots of lovely presents, and we all had a wonderful festive period. So it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back at work. Sewing will commence from tomorrow, like I say. So yeah, I'm excited to get that pile of dresses sewn up. I think they're going to look awesome. Yeah, that's it. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the little bit that I have done. It's been really nice to be back down here. Cannot wait to get started in the morning. I think I probably ought to wait to get started till the morning though, the way I'm feeling currently. So yeah. Anyway, on that note, I hope you've enjoyed my day, and I will see you all tomorrow.